No more FOMO for you then?
Yeah, no more FOMO. Yeah. Hi! This is Pete. I'm Emma from the Backpacking Family, and the most popular member of the family is napping because he is learning to slow down.
Seriously, we've been thinking about how we've travelled. We've been travelling for about 10 years, but when we're actually on the road travelling, exploring countries, it's so intense. We go at such a quick pace. It's like, oh, we've got 2 nights in the place, and it's like, that's
Seriously.
unusual. And yeah, we'll sometimes just go rolling through countries, getting experiences, seeing things so quickly.
Which is amazing when you're excited to see the world and you have that kind of energy and you don't have a baby. It's a lot more possible. But actually, I wish I'd known this before and taken this on before. And so we're doing a video about something we really care about, who are actually starting to prefer slower travel. That doesn't mean less adventurous, that doesn't mean less crazy, cool, amazing things. It actually means a lot of positive things. I don't want to give too much away. We have come up with 9 reasons, and the number 1 reason will make you wait till the end, because that's how you do YouTube, right? That's a really good reason. Our number 1 reason is really built up, and that's what actually inspired us to do the video. But there are 8 other reasons, and that one, for why we are really preferring slow travel. And this doesn't matter whether you're traveling with family, as a couple, solo, however you're traveling, these things really count. And I just wish we'd worked it out a little bit sooner. We owe our little baby backpacker a lot. He's taught us a lot.
Yes. So reason number 1, you really genuinely connect with a place. We're finding as we slow down, we can really feel like we're part of the community, part of the society, and part of the place. And it's that immersive experience. And that's what travel's all about. That's why people go. They go to connect, they go to be present. And we just love that about slowing down.
That's so true. You just notice the details more when you slow down. There's so much about connecting with a place. You're not just passing through as a tourist at a million miles an hour. You're not just trying to tick something off, you're actually connecting. Number 2 is, we mentioned the details. I feel like you pick up on the details more. There's so many little things that when you're going too fast to notice, you just don't see. And so a really good example is actually, we found a really cool local way to have dinner, to have our evening dinner here in the mountains. This might be the most local thing we've done yet. They're actually cooking the food, so we had to go to a local butcher and then they barbecue it for you. Just a beautiful atmosphere, local families, noisy children. It's lovely. Yeah.
Onions, we've been given salad, a bread the size of my head. Look at that. So we have an absolute feast.
So that was so cool, and we just wouldn't have noticed that. We wouldn't have noticed people eating that way and going buying their meat and barbecuing it like that. It was just like, it just felt like a really local thing. But there's so many things, there's thousands of things that like that around the world that you will just notice more if you slow down in a culture. You'll notice the little things and you'll have time for them too.
Number 3, we should not underestimate this. Time for exercise.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, travel can actually be quite a sedentary process, like where you're just sitting on buses and you don't do a lot. And actually, when you stop and spend a bit longer in a place, you can exercise, do things like yoga, swimming, go for a jog. Yeah, I think it encourages you to use your body a bit more.
It does. You just have a slight bit. I'm not a massive fan of the word routine. I'm learning about its advantages, but actually you get a little bit more routine. So you're not suddenly leaving a place in the morning. You actually have time, like Pete says, to do a bit of yoga or running, and that just actually keeps you healthy. We do a lot of physical stuff when we travel. We are like trekkers, hikers. We love to get into the mountains. That's where we are right now. But it's like, it just gives you a little bit more space to have more of a routine with your exercise, which I've totally overlooked in the past when we've been traveling too fast. If you travel, let me know if you found that before, where you just realise, actually I thought I'd be super fit traveling, and actually I'm just going from bus to bus to bus. So slowing down, you have time for exercise. Number 4, it's cheaper. It is just cheaper for so many reasons. So the first one is accommodation. You get better deals when you're staying somewhere longer. Either you turn up and barter for a longer time, or you might be able to add time on for a little bit less, or you can get in touch with somebody. Often hostels have Facebook pages that you can get in touch with them directly and make them a better deal.
Good tip.
Yeah, definitely. Top tips right here.
Yeah.
Even when you arrive somewhere new, the prices change. Even within Morocco, the prices in Marrakesh are different to the Atlas Mountains. And it just takes a little bit of time to work out what the real local price is. And so you're slightly more likely to get a little bit more ripped on your first day or so. But the more time you have to see the people buying stuff and just slow down and see what's available, you just start to get everything a bit cheaper. You have time, you can ask, and when they say some stupid price, you can carry on, and you just have time to it's just cheaper traveling slower. Like, that's really something that's really surprised us.
Yeah, we find our money goes a lot further when we slow down.
And it's easier to budget. You're not constantly being blindsided.
Number 5, a really important one. Laundry. Especially when you're traveling with kids, you'll realize it becomes so important to be able to regularly wash clothes. And if you're backpacking, you'll probably be doing that in some tiny little sink in a sweaty little bathroom. And you need time for the clothes to dry. You need to find the washing powder.
That's it. You can wash your clothes any night. You just probably can't dry them. And that's what we've found when we've been really struggling. We might quickly wash some underwear just and hope they dry overnight, and we're putting them in silly places to try and make them dry. But yeah, laundry. It's such a simple thing. I am sorry that you have tuned into YouTube when we're talking about laundry. Full apologies. But actually, it's one of those things that when we travel too fast, we find that we just get pretty scruffy and can't keep on top of it. So it deserves its own number in this list. Number 6, it's just less stressful.
It's true.
Yeah, I can't emphasize that enough. It is just less stressful. There is, you let go of more in a really positive way. You get to think about what you actually want to do, not just what everybody thinks you should do in a place. It just, I can't describe the feeling, but it's less intense. It's still exciting, but it just feels less stressful. I can't put my finger on why.
You have time to plan your next steps as well, don't you?
Yes.
So it's if you travel through an intense itinerary, you're constantly trying to fumble through and work it out and like, oh, where do I get a bus for this? What do I do for that? And it's always like, which is fun. I mean, we love that kind of crazy chaos of working things out, but you actually have time to stop and talk to people and ask questions. And
yeah, it's like you've got time to breathe and think through things a little bit more. So there's just loads of little things where we've just found it a lot less stressful to travel slower.
Number 7, challenging tick box travel. We've just found a culture as we're traveling of people wanting to do things just because they think they should do it. They may have seen it on Instagram. They may have read that it's the thing to do. And we found that as you slow down, it actually challenges that, and it stops you thinking about, oh, what's my tick box and what do I need to tell people I've done? And in fact, you just become more present and just enjoy each experience for its own merits. So
absolutely, that being present and choosing stuff for yourself. So I can't agree more. Like the tick box travel thing, the way I understand that as well is that you think you have to do a certain amount of things. So if you're at Angkor Wat, you have to visit at least 20 temples. So you can say you visited all these temples. No one cares. no one really cares, and you exhaust yourself. But it's like that across travel. Actually, it might be the most famous palace in the area, but if you don't honestly like the look of it, why are you rushing to go? And the reason slowing down challenges that is there have been things where I'm like, oh, if we spend 2 more days here, we really can't go to that place and do that thing. And I'm like, do I really want to do that anyway? And often when I'm honest, there's some places that I don't even really quite know that I really wanted to go there. So I just really want to encourage you, if you're a traveller, try to really connect with why you're going somewhere, and don't just go because other people go, and don't go because it's famous. Don't go just because it looks good. Actually think, is this something you are interested in? And slowing down, you have less time to go to more places. Like, so if you could have gone to 10 places, you might go to 6. So you've got to think of which 6 do you really care about. I know these are arbitrary numbers, but you get the idea. It challenges just going to places because that's where you want to go. And I think we've really liked that. It teaches you to let go. And I could do learning that as a lesson, so I'm feeling really freed by it. I feel like it's teaching me to let go.
No more FOMO for you then?
Yeah, no more FOMO. yeah. That's it. Actually, yeah, we should. That should be the title as well. It's like challenging tick box travel and FOMO, and I think it really does. Like, it just makes you think, are you going somewhere because you genuinely want to? And that's really challenged us. And I realised, in all honesty, there's some places I was going to just because I liked the idea of it, or I thought I had to. And actually, it's not the thing I would have been that interested in anyway. Actually, what's been better is just slowing down.
Number 8, you get to know people. I love the fact that when you see the same face a few days running, they'll get to know you, you'll get to know them. Yeah, and when you do it with kids as well, like you'll often see a relationship with your kids and the people growing, and that's really nice too.
Well, the guards we've passed them so many times. There's some guards up at the village, and the last time we saw them, they actually gave our baby boy some fruit, which I thought was very cute.
Yeah.
And so you just start to genuinely recognise people. And like, again, that whole thing's been a bit cheaper. People tend to rip you off less. Like, oh, okay, we've seen you around. We know not to mess around.
We know you know the price.
So it's nice. And also, if you're staying in a hostel, you might meet other people that are slowing down and they're a bit longer. So, and actually, so much of travel is about connecting with other people. It's true.
True story.
True story.
Top reason. What's the Biggest reason.
Drum roll! Number 9, our top reason, our number 1 reason, and the reason we're passionate about it, and the reason we're making this video. And you may have seen it coming. Let me know in the comments if you knew it all along and it annoyed you because you knew we'd say this. But our number 1 reason, even though it's number 9, I'm really stringing this out. Family time. So simple, so pure, so important. It has challenged everything. Just that spending quality family time together. It's like nothing else. Life is so busy and so high paced that before you know it, everyone says how quick your kids grow up and how quick things pass you by. The quality time we're getting with our baby boy is incredible. We're noticing his every little words and all the little cute things that make him amazing. And we're getting more time together, so we're less stressed and less hurried. So we're actually having better times to connect, like just chilling out and having a coffee together when he naps, rather than using that time to quickly plan the next thing. So we're getting better. We're family too. It's just like all over, all around, just better quality family time. That is an amazing reason to travel slower. We are not saying that you have to start booking resorts, and there's nothing wrong with resorts, and spend like 2 weeks going nowhere. We're just saying if you're traveling a bit like us and you get excited about places, by all means go for it. Maybe you're already there. Maybe we just took a while to get there, and maybe we were crazy forever staying 1 or 2 nights maximum. Sometimes we go a night in a different place every night for a week or 2. It's crazy. I can't believe we did that.
Sometimes we just do a night on buses or
Yeah,
trains.
yeah. Sometimes that would be our night's sleep. Would be the train to somewhere, the bus to somewhere, which can be good, but not if like you're then carrying on the next day. It was just crazy. We are loving spending 3 or 4 nights in a place, sometimes a little bit longer, and just really choosing a place because it really is a good choice, and slowing down in every possible way. And we just wanted to put that out there and really encourage you. It's not about doing what you think you're meant to do. It's about quality time with the people that you're traveling with, and then all those other amazing advantages that come with it.
So that's it for this week. We're looking forward to hearing from you in the comments. Please drop us a comment, tell us how you love to travel, and also please click subscribe and join the family.
Yeah, and join us next week for more chaos. Even when we go slow, there's still chaos. I don't know how we do that. Chaos and slow travel. Only we could make that up. But yeah, more chaos, love, adventure, and travel. We will see you next week. It's so noisy here.